is very important as to what led to the particular incident. And in fact, this is the whole panel of the particular station. In fact, the section where this accident actually happened, and I'm joined by Dhruva Jyoti ji, to give us a sort of technical aspect of it. Sir, this is the panel. This is the panel on the basis of which the whole signaling system works. In fact, station master or the superintendent at that point in time have the control of it. Initial theory came and it was said that Yeshwantpur Express got derailed first. After that derailment, the another train, that is Coromandel Express, was coming from the other direction, that rammed into those coaches and got derailed as well. But now the sources, in fact, sources within the rail ministry are telling us that now the theory has changed, and in fact now we have the third train that was very much there initially as well, but now the inquiry note, in fact, that we have accessed here at CNN News 18 is in fact talking about the third train and dashing of the passenger train into that goods train. Sir, you tell me the technical aspect, because the inquiry report is somewhere pointing out that first signal was given to this particular line. These are the two lines, Akanksha. This line is up line, this is down line, and these two lines are the loop lines. Dhruva Jyoti sir, you tell me what is the role of this loop line and what has actually happened on the basis of the inquiry report that we are getting.
Correct. So now you can see here is one level crossing, right? So this is the level crossing. On that level crossing, particular level crossing, this is exactly the site of the accident, the point of the accident. You may say this is the point of the accident, this is the level crossing, right? Now, so this is the up main line, this is the up loop line, this is the down main line, and this is the down loop line. So now, according to the information, initial informations we are getting through sources from the railways insiders, that says probably it could be a complete signaling failure. It could be a complete RRI failure, route relay interlocking system failure that caused the accident.
So this is for the benefit of our viewers, sir. Whenever we talk about signaling system, so for example, a green signal has been given to train. Changing line is not what loco pilot decides. No, it is not decided by the pilot, but actually the panel and the indication, and after that the station master decides as to which line they will be taking and they will be sending that particular train to. The theory is saying that the signal was given for up line. It means that train is coming from this direction. Signal was given, train has to move into the onto the same line, but rather train moved to this loop line and dashed into the goods train that was already standing on the loop line, right sir? And technically it is not possible. Why it is not possible?
Yeah, so let me tell you one thing. If you could please take a deep look. So the signal is shown green here, right?
Right.
The signal is shown green here. So this is probably the distant signal and this is the home signal, right? So it clearly indicates to a fact that the two loco pilots of Coromandel Express, they did not jump the signal. Number one, they were given go ahead. Okay, you please pass through the this particular station.
And also signal was not yellow, it was green. It has been categorically mentioned. We can say that signal overshooting can be possible in yellow signal, but it was a green signal. It means loco pilot was not at fault initially.
Correct. Now, let us please look at these 2 points. This is point number facing point number 17A, right? So according to the sources, so this is point number 17A. What exactly was planned before Coromandel, was about to enter and pass through this particular station? There was a goods train coming on the same line, I mean the up main line, and it was stopped. It was stopped at that particular station, and that is why the loop line mechanism it was got initiated, and this particular point it was set in reverse direction. It means any train coming from this direction, it will go to the loop line and will get stationary. Okay, so the goods train was stationary here, and then according to the general rules of Indian Railways, once a train is stationary here, So the reverse, so the point behind, the facing point behind, it should be set in a released mode. In a released mode. Otherwise,
it is also to avoid the actually condition that has actually happened, because when a train is stationary here, you cannot actually allow the second train come onto same line,
correct.
right? But it has actually happened in this case.
Correct.
So it has been said that actually signal was given, was taken off immediately,
Correct.
and by that time the train entered into the loop line, which is technically not possible. This is what we are trying to make you understand. And again, if you talk about loop line, main lines are basically the operational lines on Indian Railways. So whenever you have multiple trains, several trains have stoppage on a particular station, and the other train has no stoppage on that station. So the operational line is the main line from where train passes through.
Correct.
Right? In this particular case, what we are learning is that the train avoided the main line, went into the loop line,
correct,
dashed with the goods train, got derailed, and because of that derailment, the another train came onto the different track, which was the down track. The second train came from this direction, sir.
correct.
Right. The second train came from this direction, and what actually happened after that?
Yeah. So then what happened? So now, according to the preliminary report, probably it could have been a complete RRI failure,
Right.
wherein the Coromandel Express was supposed to pass through the ARP main line. That it did not. It took a left turn and took the left loop line,
Right.
and rammed onto the stationary
Goods train.
Right.
Right.
Then what happened? The impact was such that 15 coaches of Coromandel Express got derailed, and some of the coaches displaced and infringed into this down
line.
main line.
Right.
And meanwhile, in just couple of minutes, this particular train, that is, that was Howrah bound, Yashwantpur Howrah Superfast Express, it was, passing through this, and according to a few injured passengers, our reporters have spoken to, they said that it was almost passed through. It was just about to pass through the particular railway crossing. That time, the accident happened.
It means the time lapse that Railways is talking about. In fact, I remember the first bulletin came and it was categorically mentioned that around 6:55, the first derailment happened, and second derailment happened at around 7 p.m.
It was 6:58 in 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes.
Correct.
You are saying that this particular time lapse is actually, some sort of a manual, we can say because of manual intervention, but actually these two derailments happen at the same time. Because, it is practically not possible that one train is passing by and second train has got derailed already,
yes,
and the first train is getting derailed because of the second train, and then there is a difference of at least 3 minutes.
Correct.
In railways terminology, 3 minutes is a huge difference, time difference. But again, Akanksha, this is for the benefit of our viewers. First train got derailed because of this particular signal. I should say signal because the report is suggesting and report is saying so. Technically, it is not possible.
Correct.
But yes, it has been said that signal was given for up line. Train went to loop line, which was not the signal for, and dashed into this. Technically, it is not possible that when you are given a signal for up line, it is a train and not a car or bus that it is going with manual intervention, because a lot many things are happening automatically as far as the train signaling system and train operations are concerned.
So
yes, sir.
let me explain. So the goods train was stationary on this up loop line. So once the train is stationary, then this is the route relay interlocking system that will immediately set into released mode. What is released mode? Then it will not allow any train. It will not allow any train to come into the same line and ram onto it, right? So that should be the typical route relay interlocking system. And again, this is also very surprising that it was released. If it was released, then the question is why the signal was green. The signal was supposed to be red. Not only this signal, the home signal, the distance signal was also supposed to be either yellow or red.
Right. So, Akanksha, it is important to mention that the information that we are giving is on the basis of the sources. And in fact, our sources are telling us on the basis of the inquiry report, the initial inquiry that was conducted by the officers from station and also from the division. But safety commissioner of that particular zone is conducting an inquiry as well. And, it will be the final inquiry. And within 1 or 2 days, I'm expecting that this inquiry report will come, and then we'll get to know as to what is the final conclusion, what went wrong in this particular case. One short thing, one small thing. After this particular incident with first train, second train was coming from this downline. This is downline. Sir, the question is that could we have a condition where yes, one incident has happened, but the second one happened as well. So was there any chance that some sort of step or some sort of a safety measure that we have in place so that we could have avoided the second incident? Second, Kanksha, before sir answer the particular question, I want to tell that we have two individual lines, and as far as signaling system is concerned, so these are two independent signalings, in fact signals. Yes, they are interconnected to such a level that the whole panel is getting the inputs of both the lines. But the technical aspect, sir, the technical aspect, how can it be possible that one train has derailed?
Correct.
And the station master or the or the concerned officer have no clue about it, and second train got derailed as well?
Yeah. So why it happened? Now the entire system is based on the conventional system.
Right.
Correct? It's absolutely dependent on the person who is operating this panel board.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
So now there was another theory that the signal was given and then subsequently it was put off.
Taken off. Right.
Right? It was taken off. Now if it is to be believed, then definitely it's a massive human error, even that is very difficult to understand and digest. That type of a human error. It was given, then immediately it was taken off. Even again, probably the route relay interlocking system will not allow someone to give the signal and immediately release the signal. Correct?
Right.
Now, so obviously, Akash, you have been telling since the morning that the only protection system is the much talked about Kavach
system,
or what we call in railways parlance, that is TPWS, that is train protection and warning system.
Yes.
What is the train protection and warning system? It's a system, it's a automated system installed in all the locomotives. That is the plan, that was the plan, that has been the plan for so many years, that this TPWS system will be installed in all the locomotives in Indian Railways, running in Indian Railways, and the receiving device will be installed along the track. So what will happen if there is an obstruction? In such a case, there was an obstruction as Coromandel Express got derailed. So there was an obstruction. If there is a signal error and two trains come head on the same track or close to each other, then this particular system will get activated automatically, and the system will automatically apply the brake.
Yes.
So that is only the Kavach, that is only the
a little addition. So whenever we talk about Kavach, it is also called as ATCS, which is anti-train collision system, and it works on radio frequency and the 4G signals. So as sir has been mentioning this, so whenever we have this system in place, so you cannot have a condition where two trains are colliding. Head-on collision cannot happen with Kavach system.